I had to be vetted.
Did you?
To live with my wife and family.
Okay.
And my house was red lighted by the police.
Yeah.
I had a forensic social work CPN and a normal CPN.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife, she put a thing up and I posted it on my page.
Mm-hmm.
If people look on my page, they see it in her words.
Yes.
Like, when you meet someone, you meet a man, or
Mm-hmm.
like a man, they come with a cat, a dog maybe,
Yeah.
a couple of kids.
Mm-hmm.
I come with a full-blown forensic psychiatric team.
Right.
House is red lighted by the police. In other words, I don't send one car.
Right.
Like if someone says, like phones them up and says, I think there's something going on, I hear shouting and screaming at my address.
Yes.
They will send riot van.
Right. So she's got to put up with that.
But
she
liked it. She said, well, at least we know no one's going to burgle our house. I'd never harm my wife ever. You know, I'm not that sort of man.
In the time I've known you, which is about 15 years.
15 years, yeah.
I've never felt threatened by you. I've never known you to be
I've
aggressive.
never raised my voice.
You've been always well mannered.
I never disrespect Dave's parties.
Never.
Yeah.
And even I've seen people be what I'd say rude to you, and you've held yourself with honour and respect. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Not because of a scared thing.
No,
just
not
because of.
Well, it was your
If
respect
I
for
needed
Dave.
I would rip your head off.
You didn't have to prove anything for a start. That is one of the things you could tell about you. But when you was at Dave's house and you was in Dave's company, you were very humble, very well mannered.
Loved him.
I
still do love him.
Yeah, and very, very well respected. So that was why when you did have some issues before and you moved into the flat, me and Dave went out of our way to make sure we got you.
Yeah,
all
when
your
I
stuff
split
that
up
you
with my
needed.
wife for a while, and because I was suffering mental health, they rehoused me into a flat, and it was in lockdown, and I went off my nut.
Mm-hmm.
Putting it blatantly, I went off my nut. I went mentally unwell.
Yes.
You know, to the point of I thought the neighbours trying to kill me. They wanted my identity.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy shit going on. My wife stole my keys because I wouldn't let her in because I thought they were trying to kill her. So to protect her, every time she come into my flat, I'd turn her around, walk her back to the lift, walk her back to the bus stop without even talking. That's not nice.
No. When was the moment that you suddenly felt better? Was there an actual moment that you thought, actually, you know, I can cope with all of this? Because you've been all right, sort of, for the last 10 years or so, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Was there an actual
I've had
moment?
my moments since I've been out. It hasn't been all plain sailing.
No. Oh, sure.
Like, I've taken my brother hostage and got CS gassed.
Yeah.
I've taken over the police station, my local police station, because I thought to myself, I'm not a man who's going to do damage to a total stranger because I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah? Or because I'm angry with the world and it ain't going my way. So, because of my understanding of SHIELD teams and riot police, and I think they can manage a situation. So I've taken myself 2 times to a police station and taken over the reception area of the police station and got tasered. It took them 4 tasers. Then they took me to blue lighted me, sorry. I'm just telling you how it is. You get what I mean,
absolutely.
Liam? Yeah?
Was there any point when you was in here, Paul, that you felt scared that you would never get out?
I'm not a self-harmer, but I've been in situations where I've run into walls, banging my head, bang, 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 like a lunatic.
And that's sheer frustration, that's just...
No, that's mental illness.
Right.
And I rip mattresses apart in seclusion rooms. They're like the plastic mattresses that that you get in police stations,
Oh,
the
no,
hard,
ones. Yeah.
the hard ones that are meant to be anti-rip proof. Well,
Yes.
if you gnaw at the edges and you get into them, take long enough. And I went through 7 in one day to get out.
Worse than an XL body.
Just to get out so I could have a smoke.
Right. Okay.
In the end, they said, we're not letting you out, not giving you any more mattresses, you sleep on the floor. But yeah, there was more than one time.
Yeah.
That point, Paul, when you have that moment, are you going to get out of here?
Well, it's not am I, it's when or if.
Yeah, I'm saying if.
Because the only way to get out is tribunal.
Yeah.
Right.
They have these managers meetings and no manager has ever let out a patient, but they still have to have these meetings
Yes.
every year, and they say, not ready.
Yeah.
There's never been one time, because they don't want to take it on their head.
No.
If it all goes wrong,
Yes. It's down to
it
them.
falls back to them.
Yes.
So do you think the system fails there, Paul? Do you think it could do anything better for the patient and for society
It
to
all
make
depends.
that a better decision? Because if one man's got it on his head, that's a big
That
responsibility.
is a big responsibility if it
Do you know
all
what I mean?
goes
He could be letting
wrong,
out a murderer. He could be letting
or
out,
potential.
yeah.
I'm not a murderer.
No. I'm just saying, but
But
that man in
I
that
believe
position,
that if I hadn't have come here,
yeah,
like my uncle, he's not alive anymore, but when he used to visit me, and he told my wife before he died, Paul needed to be in there.
Right. Did you ever feel that? Did you think, actually, I need to be in here, I've got to sort myself out?
No, because I was on Section 3. I'm mixing with high-profile serial killers, cannibals, complete fucking loonies who think they're Jesus. Like, you know, like I've been through before,
Yes.
the 3 Jesuses.
Yes.
When you're mixing with people like that, but your problem is mainly sort of like, I can't handle my own emotions, I suppose you could look at it like that.
Yeah.
And so the only way I know how, and have ever known how, is to act them out
Yes.
in a violent manner, but not to a total stranger down the street.
No.
I'm not the sort of man like, you know, I've been around.
Your manner was to attack the establishment or attack authority.
Yes, the establishment, yeah. Authority, yeah.
You felt that was your enemy through your frustration and mental health issues. That was
apart from when I got charged, nearly charged with attempted murder on the patient, but that was only because I thought, I'm in here on Section 3 with no crime. If I kill this man, that will give me a crime and justify to myself me being in here.
Yes.
Because by that time I'd probably spent about 8 years on Section 3.
I remember us covering this before. So there was a point in your life when you felt so frustrated that you was incarcerated in here, that you to make you feel better,
self-destruct.
To make you feel better about your incarceration, you thought, let's make it worthwhile.
I will do something serious to justify me being in a serious place.
Right. Let me murder this man.
Plus he was... Sorry,
That's all good.
Well,
no,
I mean, that's not so bad then, Paul, if you was...
Well, the way it rolled, I was being what they call on levels. I had 2 nurses beside me because I felt violent. On handy ward this was. I was at the meds counter getting some medication. Now, some people on social media at the moment are saying, oh yeah, I was on this, I was on that. On high dependency wards, it's all liquid. There are no tablets.
Yeah.
Everything's in liquid or injection.
Right.
Yeah? So I was up there getting diazepam and I had... And I won't say the man's name because I don't think he's in there now, probably not. But you never know, and I wouldn't disrespect someone that is out here living their life.
Yes.
For social media. Do you get what I mean?
Yes,
I'm not going to do that.
Yes.
So when I look at that, is the valley in before we went back there in 1992. That just looked like Charlton. I remember having to go and work on the pitch with loads of other supporters and have a big bonfire on the pitch. There is photos of it, but yeah, it just brought me back to the valley. That
it's interesting because you got brought back to Charlton, and you know Paul's
at Broadmoor, but I'm back at the valley.
Yeah, exactly. You know what that kind of reminds me? It almost looks like a burial ground.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Talking of burial grounds.
Yes.
Now we can't go to the cemetery because it's private.
Yes.
But I call it the Lost Souls Cemetery.
Yes.
Because people that have got no family, got no other contacts, and they die in here.
Yes.
They get a burial in the cemetery connected to Broadmoor.
Really? Should we keep going?
Now, by that cemetery.
And do they get their name and everything on the headstone, or is it just
I don't know. I can't say. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is it's private. But there is one bit where there's an angel, statue of an angel. Now I know this through certain staff members that have been here a long time. Whether they're here now, I don't know. But they've been here a long time. And that is where they used to go and meet Kray.
Yes.
To get, say, in order for Ronnie Kray to have a private phone call at 3 in the morning when everyone else is asleep to do some business, he would have his phone call with the night staff, and he'd say, right, meet Kate by the angel, she'll have your microwave.
That's weird. I remember this bit down here because this is where Kate Kray took Roy Shaw for the Outbursts series.
Okay.
And I had him walk around here because Roy was in here many years ago.
Yeah, he was in here.
Yeah.
I'd done damage to Roy, you know.
Yes.
Before my time, long before my time, you got to remember that.
I don't know whether I think we can probably only go up to the end of the
No, we'll just walk up until we get pulled up.
Okay. Yeah, they don't want you don't want to go back in. Are you longing to go back in, Paul? Is that what it is?
Nah, never. That's what it looks like now. But behind there, over there, them buildings that you see there,
the blue roofs,
those are what they used to call the new buildings, the high dependency walls, Henley Ward. And this here used to be the DSPD unit, and they built onto it with all this. Let's carry on, got cameras. They want to see us, let's see us.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Chuck us in there?
No, I think it'll be alright. I mean, you've been
inside. Bought a bottle of water here, Paul. I'm fucking sweating.
I know, it is hot, isn't it?
This, all new.
So none of these buildings was here when you was here then?
That was here,
right.
As I say, the DSPD unit.
What is the DSPD? What does that mean, Paul?
Dangerous and serious personality disorders.
Okay.
Unit, but they ditched it. I sent them all back to prison instead. They tried to get me in there. I said, fuck off, I'm over here. Get locked up 9 o'clock at night, fuck that.
They're probably doing a face identification of you, I would imagine, now, on these cameras.
Yeah, I told you there's more cat than a cat A, as you can see.
Yeah.
Like,
so what's your overall feeling, Paul, about being back?
I just hope the ones that I know can hold it down and get out and live life.
What was it like that moment, walking out the door, finishing here?
Well, going in was different to coming out. By the time I came out, they had the X-ray machine, they had the fingerprint recognition to come out, make sure it's you. Still wanded, and my arm, I've got a metal plate in my arm where I broke it, and that used to set off the wand. but coming out was great. I was still double cuffed.
Paul, what support did they give you then?
Well, I was in a supported living, but it was run like a DOS house. And I had my own room, own front door. But a man that came out as well was given another supported living, but where you had to share the living room, share the kitchen. And he was out for 2 weeks. Got a bayonet and stabbed up another resident 18 times in the throat.
Oh, wow.
And then come back round to me.
Do you still have sort of...
on the day you stabbed someone, he come back to you?
He come to me.
Did you have the bayonet or did he challenge you?
No, he come back to me, he had his coat done up, said, Paul, I went, all right. I won't mention his name, he's still in here.
Right, okay.
But I will mention his name, he's still in here now. Mark Carter.
Right.
So anyway, I shook his arm, how are you doing? He said, you know, I've done bad. I went, what do you mean? I said, I've gone and killed a geezer in the supported living. I've gone and juked him up bad, Paul. So I said, fucking hell, come on. So we sat down at a table in my kitchen, told me about what happened, how he'd literally just like 18 fucking times in the neck with a fucking bayonet. And then I said, you know we're going to have to go to the police station now, didn't you, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
They said, yeah, I do. I said, when I walk you to the police station, like Trinity Road police station, about a mile and a half away.
Which way do you want to go?
Yeah, we will go that way.
Yeah.
Said, you got to tell them when they pull up with armed police, I'm nothing to do with this.
Yes.
I'm not an associate or nothing. I took him there. I waited outside for him to go in, just in case he didn't go in. And then I see it on the news, what happened. So I went to court the next day in the gallery. I come out of the courtroom. I went out to Mark, see him in the dock. I came out, lady in police copper, CID, flash their badge. We'd like to talk to you. How do you know Mark Carter? We see 2 people on CCTV. One of them is you. So I had to give a full-blown evidence.
Full-blown statement.
Video statement.
Yeah.
Because I'm a vulnerable adult as well, you got to remember.